Hey guys, I've been really wanting to do a colorful tutorial, sitting in the house with freezing cold temperatures and what seemed like an ice storm. It was really made me over the winter, even though we haven't had that bad of a winter yet. But I really wanted to play around with some bright colors, so this is what I did, and now I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to start my bright look today with Dual Action Concealer from Elizabeth Renee. I'm going to use that as my eye primer. There's a really good eye primer too, but I really like this consistency. It's not far off. I've really been in the mood to have some bright colors with this cold. So sometimes I do full face coverage first. I don't know how much fall it's going to be with this. I'm kind of playing around with stuff. So I decided that I would do the face after. I'm going to start with the NYX Ultimate and one of my favorite brushes, MAC. The number's worn off. I want to say 117. I have a few different really great blending brushes, but I'm going to start with this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the pink here. And kind of, oh, that has a lot of color. Really blend it in up here, just kind of above the crease. I don't know how much of it you can see. I don't have the best lighting yet, but it'll be coming, don't you worry. Just really blend that in. I don't want it to be messy looking. It's actually, that color really has some great pigment. I'm going to bring that up a little bit too. Just really, haven't added any because I haven't needed to. Really just blending that out. A lot of pigment. I'm kind of excited about that. So NYX can often be like hit or miss. I have another bright pink because I thought this was going to actually not be so pigmented that I was going to add in later. We'll just see how things go. So we're just going to keep blending that in all the way in here. So I'm going to take the purple and kind of go, I'm not going to put too much on. I don't know how this purple's coming out either. I'm going to go just a little underneath that, and the purple's definitely not nearly as pigmented as that pink. So I'm taking probably more, and I'm kind of, before I blend it, just dabbing in, although it makes the pink look a little more neon. So I'm just going to blend that out. I like the way that that blends in though, it makes it really fuchsia-y. It looks actually a lot brighter in the camera. My skin looks awful in this lighting. Not in the mirror as much as it does. All my pigmentation is showing. Medium concealer brush. And I'm going to put my head back so that I can see, so that it gives it a flat. So I was using a different concealer before. The consistency was a little too sticky. You want something that's going to adhere to what you put on there, but you don't want it to be too thick. The other one was way too thick that I had been using. As a righty, the left side gets so much harder. So on the lid, I'm going to take MAC pigment in Violet. It's a lot more shimmery than the other purple. I'm putting that right in the middle. It's just a flat brush, shadow brush from Elizabeth Renee, number 36. We're just going to take a little of that. We're going to place that right in the middle. I'm just putting it right in the middle because I want that color in the middle of the pop. Glad I didn't put my foundation on yet because lots of fallout. And I'm just packing it on. That's why I'm using a small flat brush so I can really pack that color right in there. So I'm going to go and take Magenta Madness. I don't even know if they still carry these, but this is fun. This is like neon pink, but you really need to get it on there for it to come out that color. So I'm also going to use, I'm still using that MAC 117 or whatever has faded. 217? Oh, it's a 217, huh? Okay. And I'm going to do right on this outer corner. Yeah, see, that's so much brighter than the other one, but that's perfect because that's what I was looking for. And I'm just kind of gonna let it kind of go right into that purple on the outside there. Nice and bright. Oh, I love it. I don't wear bright stuff out much, but I like to play with it. Probably do more of that in the spring. So I'm going to go back in and take more here. Get everything off of here so that I can blend that right into what's right up there. That hot pink into what we have up there already. And for the inner corner, right here, I love Jaclyn Hill's VIP. It's a lot of fun for the inner corner. I'm going to take a smaller brush, though. This is the Morphe 321. And I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to pack that right there. I'm just kind of packing that right on that inner corner there. Bring it into the purple. I'm going to bring it down here a little bit, although I'll probably clean that up. Add a little bit more out, is what I meant, after I do the foundation and everything. Okay, so before I get to any more, I think I should get the foundation going. This has become one of my favorites. So I like this when I'm baking and doing powder and contour and all of that. If I'm just keeping it simple, I like my liquid to powder mineral foundation for like daily use. This is good when I'm doing a lot more makeup because it's more hydrating. So if I'm going to be packing on different powders, I want to make sure that I've got something that's not going to be too dry. And my beauty sponge, the Real Technique one. Just applies so much better. I like my earrings. I've had these for years. I got them at this cute little store that was down the street that like doesn't exist anymore. She actually called them when she got them in the store because she was like, I know you're gonna love this. I'm gonna use Elizabeth Renee Photo Touch in Light Peach. So another thing I really like about this is I feel like I can get right under the eye. A lot of them don't have the good angle for getting really. So I'm going to also clean up that line where the shadow is. I made a little of that kind of move around. I'm just going to swirl that here to fix that. Things are fixable, blendable, and fixable. I don't want quite so solid the line there. Make Revolution. It's all I really use for baking powder. I haven't really tried others. I've used this on other people and I've liked it. I've had some people tell me that they've had not such a good time with it, which makes me want to go play with them and see what could be going on. It could be their skin, it could be another product, I'm not sure. The only thing I don't like is that when I try to dip it into the top, it's tiny and I feel like I don't get enough product. That I do all the time. That's the kind of artist I am. I'm just, yeah, see, that was not for a fact, but it worked. Stuff just flying everywhere. Okay, so while that is baking, I want to cut that a little bit right here. Underneath, I think we need a little more purple. Maybe we should do the purple underneath. Give a little something. But I'm going to line it with a lip liner. I'm actually going to use Candy Yum Yum. And line the outside of that, because I want it to be like a neon-y purple. Matte Candy Yum Yum. One is Smoky Brush from Elizabeth Renee, number 25. And I'm going to take that first purple, because I think it comes out a little more neon-y, mixed with the pink, or at least that's what I saw happen. And I'm going to kind of go right on over the Candy Yum Yum liner. Oh, that looks so awesome. I'm loving it. And it'll stay on pretty well because the lip liner is a consistency that'll adhere to the skin. Yep, I'm feeling that. With my spoolie, I'm just going to brush all the hairs where I want them to be. Spoolie. Isn't that a great word? Spoolie. So I always start the brows with the line heavier on the bottom. And then I'll kind of come up here and fill in, come up here and fill in. And then light little strokes right in through here, because I don't like the front to be too heavy. Because naturally no brows are super heavy there. I don't like when people have the front of their brow too sculpted. Now my brows are just kind of like this, so I'm not, it looks in the camera like I've really sculpted it. But I haven't even cut them out or anything. My brows are this shape, and I just kind of enhance them. Brows, I have brows. So now I'm going to take a drop of the concealer that I used as my primer. I really like this as a primer, I really do. And I'm just going to take a little tiny, I don't want to over sculpt the brows. So again, I don't, you know, for those of you who know me know I'm a single mom. If you don't know me, I'm a single mom. And my daughter, I don't know if she's watching everything I'm doing or whatever, but she's sitting right across from me. So there's all these little noises in the background. I'll have her do a tutorial one day, just because we'll share the things she's learned with her mama. So I'm going to go back with the brush that I used with the VIP, and I'm going to use that as the highlight on my brow too. Just a little bit. I don't want it to be too much under there. And just so that it blends together well, I'm going to go right under where we put that highlight. Kind of come back with just a tiny bit. Make sure everything is blending together well. That's the biggest thing. Blending is everything, and this is one of my favorite brushes to blend with. This and the Elizabeth Renee 35 blender. So the MAC one and this one, I kind of like when I get to see the pink on that. But no, my two favorite for blending. I have like 3 of one, 4 or 5 of the other. Blending is everything. Once you learn how to really get, like, look at right here. I'm barely touching this just to get the purple and pink to kind of mix together very, very, very mild. I'm going to brush away this powder here. So I haven't played with this in a while. I've got something I want to play with. So this Smashbox contour palette, I can't remember the last time I played with this. So I'm going to do, so for me, I think I'm a little too warm for that to be my contour. This is called the bronzer, but I'm using that as my contour. And I just want a very light touch, because I'm trying not to go too heavy. And then I'm blending it in with a heavier touch. Kind of take away a little of this forehead. So I'm also going to come in and set some stuff with the Baked Hydrating Powder in medium from Elizabeth Renee. Everything that I haven't really set yet, I'm going to make sure it gets... I love this brush too. It is the Powder 1B brush from Elizabeth Renee. This one just, it's soft, but it really moves things around the way you want it to without taking anything off. So I do want to darken my waterline a little bit. I don't want to use black though, so I'm going to go in with navy just to give it a little bit of color. So this is MAC Blues Eye Coal. Just kind of will make it pop. That's tight lining. When you go underneath and get right into the lashes, I didn't want to use black because I didn't want it to look too heavy or too dark, I guess. The blue gives it that darkness without it being quite so harsh. I'm going to use Honeybell with that same brush because I just want it to be a soft, sweet, and it's a little pinkier than what I do sometimes, but with all that pink on the cheek, I don't want anything that's going to clash. So we're just kind of starting on I'm going above the contour, starting right on the apple of my cheek and just bringing it out, really blending that out. So I had a couple different, I was thinking of maybe doing the VIP as the highlighter, but I just used it a lot. I got this brush. It's Makeup Academy. It's like CVS. It was on clearance for like $3, $2, I can't even remember. But this is this is Elizabeth Renee Powder Illuminator in number 2. This is one of my favorites. I want to have a little bit of that warmth with this. I want to put it on my nose, but I'm going to contour my nose a tiny bit first. I'm going to pull back out that contour palette I was using. I just want to give my nose a little warmth more than the actual contour. I'm going to go in. I was kind of playing around with liquid liners. If that's not like one of the most annoying things on the planet, is finding the perfect liquid liner. I prefer one with a tip, but sometimes ones with a tip, they don't give enough product. So I was so excited to buy this big old thing of lashes. When Ulta was having them on sale, I got a ton. I love my Ardell lashes. I know not everybody likes them. I am going to put a coat of mascara. And I'm going all the way down to the base of the lashes. So I decided I want to do kind of a funky lash. I don't really do funky lashes much, so I'm using Wispy 600. They're not that funky, but for me, they're funky. Always. Always, always, always do a lash in dark tone. Even if I'm not wearing other makeup or eyeliner or anything, I just like this strip to just disappear. One of the things I really like about Ardell lashes is the fact that I feel like the strip part of it is so flexible and lightweight that I can actually apply it without losing my entire mind. I don't usually use tweezers to apply. I know so many people use tweezers to apply their lashes. I feel like I'm better with just getting my lashes straight in there, and what I do is I try to make sure that you don't want the lashes on your lid. It drives me crazy when I see that, but you also don't want them like halfway down your lashes. You want to kind of slide it into the root of your lashes. Lashes just fix everything, but you want to make sure that it gets tacky, or else it's going to slide all over the place. If you don't let it get tacky first. See how it's like in the lashes. Like the base of these are at the base of my lash line. They're not above it on the skin. They're not below it hanging off the lashes. They are in the lash line. And I know that that's hard for people. I wear lashes like every day, so I'm used to it. But I know that's not easy for everybody. That's fine. But just kind of practice. Wear yourself some cheapy lashes. I mean, my Ardell lashes are not expensive. They're my go-to, especially because I wear lashes all the time, and I'm not going to spend 30, 40 bucks on a single set of lashes when I wear them all the time. For big events, I might wear bigger lashes, but I still tend to get Ardell, even if I get the fancier, bigger, or whatever. I like these right now. I haven't worn these before. They're a little more spacey and sharp, and I don't even know what you want to call them, but yeah. A little glue got on the tweezers. So I'll put them on with my fingers and I'll straighten them out. Okay, now we need some lips. So I was playing around trying to decide what I was going to want to do for lips. I am going to first try to get some of this foundation off. Go in with NYX Pale Pink. I haven't used this lip color that I'm going to use in a long time. I've never overlined my lips too, so let's try it. I already have big lips, so I don't need them heavily overlined. I'm just going to, and when you do an overline, you only want to do it on the top, and you want to kind of up here, and then bring it into your real line. So I'm going to bring it just above, and just barely above my natural lip line. See how? I didn't go that far above, but do it on this side too. And then I'm going to line it right into my actual lip line, not overline the whole thing. And I don't overline the under lip. It just gets weird. I also have a big bottom lip as it is. So I'm going to try this. I was playing around with it on the back of my hand. Didn't actually try it on my lips yet. I thought it would be fun, not as bright. It's a pink. It's like kind of a nude pink. It's bright, but not like what's on the rest. If if you're going to overline the lips using something a little darker, I really like the way that looks together. Oh yes. To blend the lip liner in with the lip color, but it still gets a little ombre. You can't tell as much on the video. Okay, and how do I end all of my makeup applications? You should already know by now. My Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Setting Mist. Oops, gotta say it right. This was like 15 bucks. So I love Morphe. Everything's affordable for Morphe. Everything. Okay. I actually like the smell of this too. It almost has a hairspray-ish but softer smell. So that's that. I'm going to take some pictures. I wish you could see how the mirror is showing this. I wonder if that'll help at all. Thank you for watching.